often said that humans don't deal with change very well, but quite frankly, we're the most adaptable creatures on the planet in some ways.
Mm.
What do you, what's your perspective on our ability to reckon with change as human beings in a workplace?
Well, we do have this competing force in our human existence in terms of what we're motivated towards and what we um, organize ourselves around in terms of, what we focus on. We love certainty, right? So that's no change. We love certainty. At the same time, we love variety. This is surprise. This is change. And we need both to be a functioning, well-rounded, interested and engaged human being. So we have to be able to handle both of those polarities. But there's something else here when it comes to how the brain handles change. We need to think about how to work with change. Like, Kim, I am frightened by that comment, by that speaker. And not at all surprised. So when I think about that, if this truly is the most amount of change we've had, and yet it's still the slowest we'll ever have, then we need to get good at understanding the nature of change and how it impacts our humanity and how we function in the world. So there's a couple of things to consider. One is the quality of the change. If we have lots of different avenues of change, random change, the brain quickly goes into overwhelm. So it's not necessarily the amount of change, or sorry, the quality of change, it's the coherence. Does the change make sense? Can we tell a story about all the things that are going on? Can we find ways to chunk the information and connect it easily so we can cope with the amount of change? If I ask you to, remember 20 items off the top of your head, you'll have to work hard to do that. But if I say, remember these three broad categories, and then these three or so, ideas under those categories, your brain can do that easily. It knows how to make things coherent and chunk ideas together. So we can use those sorts of levers. The other idea here is around the quantity of change. So we know that there is a lot of change happening, and we have to be careful, because as much as we love variety, and we do as a human society like change, we just don't like to be changed. There is a distinction. I'm okay to move house, but don't evict me from my house. They're very different things, just very different things.
Yes.
So this idea of, the quality of the change is that, or the quantity of the change is that we have to have capacity. There's a real issue right now with cognitive load. So I only have a certain amount of space in the tank, and I cannot deal with any more than I have space for. So I have to get really good at either chunking the ideas to coherency to a level that I can cope with, or I need to be really good at prioritizing and deprioritizing, because I cannot do all of it. And I don't want to kid myself that I will be able to. So take care of your brain's cognitive load capacity and really work within what's realistic as humans. To ask anything else is just ridiculous.